Hi everyone, welcome back to Monday Meds. I hope your week is off to a great start. Happy Monday to you all. Yes, I'm your health educator Tanisha Lawrence, and this is your Monday Meds. Yes, your Monday Meds. So yes, it is Monday. It is the first Monday of February. It is the second month of the year 2024. Wow. So, yes. Happy birthday to all of you who are having birthdays this month. It is a month of a lot of birthdays in my family and amongst my friends. Yes. And happy anniversary to all of you having anniversaries this month, including David and I. Happy anniversary to you, honey. Happy anniversary to all of you. Happy special days. And yes, happy February. And for those of you who have deaths in your family, and those of you who may be burying your family members or friends this month, yes, condolences to all of you. We do have some partners and viewers who have lost in your family, or condolences and prayers are with you, especially at this challenging time. So as we talk about what we'll focus on this month, we didn't finish all the teas we wanted to talk about, so we'll share them in between the main focus each week. Each Monday we'll share it in between during the week, so sometime about Wednesday, Thursday, you will have that video on teas. Very important, especially as we look at some of the things and the herbs that can heal our bodies. And so look out for that. And please keep us in prayer as a ministry. Yes, we need the prayers of those we love. As we focus on what we're talking about this month, today we will touch it a bit, but I must tell you that Mondays and Monday Meds, it's not just for you. Monday Meds is for us also. And so I must tell you, as we go into this video today, that yeah, this was one day I didn't feel like getting out of bed. And I know you must have those days, right? All right, so today we're going to be talking about if you're feeling blue, you didn't want to get up out of bed, you didn't want to leave the house, you didn't want to get up and talk to anybody, you didn't want to do anything. All right, so this video is for you. So what to do? We're going to be talking about mental health this month. Mental health. And many of you know, yes, we had some rain earlier. We're having some drizzles right now, so I'm going to be quick. But many of you know that it's winter. February is winter. And yes, even in the tropics, you can experience winter blues. Yes, you didn't know that, right? Okay, so now we'll tell you, you can experience winter blues even in the tropics. And so be very careful about that. Yes, you can become depressed even as a result of winter. And so many people know of the acronym SAD, so seasonal affective disorder. So that's SAD. And it affects millions of Americans. I didn't get to check up the statistics for SAD specifically around wintertime, but it is important that you take care of yourself and be aware of your moods and your bodily function. And how can you may say, well, I'm in Jamaica, or I'm in Barbados, or I'm in Bahamas, or I'm in Trinidad, or I'm in Cuba, or I'm in the Caribbean, or the Guyana, or the Trinidad, or the parts of the world, or I'm in Africa. I don't need to deal with depression and SADs and all of that. The reality is, you're living in this world, and yes, as human beings, we have this depressing moments. And that's why we're going to be spending a month talking about this, because it is so important. So next week we'll be talking about depression, dealing with depression as a result of relationships. All right, so look out for that video. So it is important that you focus on, you realize what is going on in your body and how you can deal with it. Depression is usually feeling sad or overwhelmed, um, feelings of sadness, overwhelming feelings of sadness or despair, having suicidal thoughts, and other different, not being able to get out of bed, whether it is, you know, more than three. Well, getting out of bed is a regular thing you should do every day. So if you find that you're not getting out of bed for 3 days or 2 days, nothing is wrong with your body physically, but you know that there's some mental issues going on. And don't feel any way to say that you're having mental health issues, because we are mental beings. Okay, so if you have a mental health issue, you need to get help. So if you're not able to get out of bed, say 2 days, if you spend the whole day in bed, you're not physically sick, that's cause for concern. Now, depression is usually diagnosed for if you are feelings of sadness or despair for over 2 weeks. So that's the clinical diagnosis for depression. However, according to the National Institute of Mental Health, over 21 million Americans are depressed, which is quite alarming, right? This was in a 2020, I believe, study. Now, can you imagine? Well, that's over a period of, so they've been 1 to 10 people have been depressed, or Americans have been depressed in 2020, over a year's period. And you can imagine that, of course, due to COVID, naturally that was one stressor or one factor of depression or stress on the body. And here in Jamaica, you may be saying, well, I'm in Jamaica, I don't need to think about being depressed based on the weather, based on, you know, the climate or anything. But that is maybe you may not feel any way different from if you were living in America. However, we do get gloomy days. We do get days that are, we call it, David and I, we call it, so here comes the sun again. David and I, we call it liquid, we call it liquid snow. We call rain liquid snow, especially around this time of the year when it is a lot of rain. Well, it's not a lot now, but when you get a lot of rain, or you get rain and gloomy skies, and there's no hurricane on the sea or anything like that, that's what we call it, because we've lived in winter weather for years, and we understand what winter is. If you're in England, yes, shout out to all of you who we met last weekend from England. Yes, we hear of the gloominess there. It's cold, but not as cold as we are used to in North America. So yes, this is better. All right, we have to change our position from time to time. But you may be saying, how do you deal with this wintry weather, the gloomy skies, no sun, no sunlight, or you're not seeing the sun, it's just gloomy, it's gray. Now, one of the main things I'll encourage you, if you're dealing with SAD, seasonal affective disorder, one of the main things you have to consider is you have to look at your vitamin D levels. So if you're not getting enough sunshine, it does affect your mood. It does affect your mood if you're not getting enough sunshine, if you're not getting enough sunlight, if you're not getting the sun on your face and on your palms, that's a problem, and that can affect you and cause depression. And even here in Jamaica, in the tropics, in the Caribbean, you can have low vitamin D levels. Don't think that because you're in sunshine, you're in the sunshiny place, you're in a tropical, so you're in Jamaica, you're an island in the sun, so you're supposed to not have, or you may not have a deficiency in vitamin D. Now, vitamin D is as a result of, it's produced in the body when our bodies get sunlight. Okay, we get the rays from the sun, direct rays from the sun especially, allows the body to produce vitamin D. However, so you may be in Jamaica, you may be in other parts of the Caribbean, you may be in other parts of the world that gets direct sunlight or gets sunlight regularly, but you may have vitamin D deficiency. Now, you may say, how is that possible? Well, if you go to work early in the morning and you're indoors all day, especially around the times when the sun is more direct on the earth, you are possibly deficient in vitamin D. Especially if you go back home around 4 or 5 o'clock when the sun is about to set. And so how do you, and if you don't go outdoors for a few minutes in the sun, that is a problem. So if you stay indoors, you're gonna have a problem with, possibly have a problem with vitamin D deficiency. So you definitely need to take a vitamin D supplement, and definitely try to look for a good vitamin D supplement that you can take. And one of these days we will do a video on we'll do a video on supplements and how you can identify good vitamin supplements. According to CARPA, which is Caribbean Public Health Association, they say 1 in 7 Jamaicans are depressed. 1 in 7 Jamaicans face depression. And that is something that is quite alarming. So you may be saying, how can I deal with depression? How can I deal with depression? And according to the World Health Organization, 280 million people in the world have faced depression or is depressed. So you may be saying, so how can I deal with depression? Okay, so I can take vitamin D to make sure that, or go in the sun to make sure that my vitamin D levels are up and in good order. But what else can I do? All right, so I've been thinking about it, and one of the things we do share essential oils, and this is one of them that we highly recommend. So this is jasmine essential oil. This is in the diluted state, so we do dilute them and we sell them. All right, so jasmine essential oil is a great mood stabilizer. It is essential for you to make sure you know your mood, and know how to change your mood. And so jasmine essential oil, yes, jasmine essential oil is a beautiful scent, it's a beautiful fragrance, beautiful. So this is the original bottle, and we dilute it. Very important. It also adds a lot more benefits, health benefits, but that's one of the things we're going to focus on now. It's great for depression. So we recommend jasmine essential oil. And also for those of you who may not find it possible to get jasmine essential oil, but you can get peppermint oil. Peppermint also help to change the mood or to stabilize the mood. So this is more accessible. Peppermint oil or the essence is more accessible in like all over the world. It's more accessible than the jasmine essential oil. So if you can't get the jasmine essential oil, you can use peppermint oil. There are other oils that you can use. You can use lemon, whether it is the lemon or essential oil, or it is the actual lemon. Lemon does do that on the body, helps to change the mood and regulate the body. And whether you want to inhale it or you want to drink it, it is absolutely good for the mood. And we'll share last but not least. So this is lavender. lavender essential oil. And some of these oils we're sharing, they're from Young Living. Many of you know we did share some time ago on Young Living essential oils. So this is a Young Living essential oil, lavender, and lavender is very soothing, very calming, and it does help the mood. And before coming on, I used the lavender essential oil lip balm. Very beautiful. So you can use essential oils as a natural way of stabilizing your moods. I know many times doctors do recommend pharmaceutical medications, but let us try to use a healthier alternative to stabilize our moods and to help us to cope with what we're dealing with each and every day. Because life is hard. Life is hard, but remember, God is good. So as we wrap up Monday Medz today, I'm reminded of the prophet Elijah. The prophet Elijah, who was so depressed. But you know what? He went up into the mountain and he was running away from Jezebel, that old Jezebel. The man of God was running away from this woman, Jezebel. But it shows us that he was human, right? Like all of us. And it came to a point when he was fed by ravens, as God said, your bread and water will be sure. And he was by the brook of Cherith or Zerith. And so he was fed and he drank water, and also he was fed by angels, and he fell asleep. And we need to take some time to rest, especially when you're feeling depressed. So let the story of how God used or God dealt with Elijah overcoming depression or this depressive state to eat and rest. Eat and rest. I pray that God will be with you and He will give you sweet rest this week. Have a wonderful week, everyone, and God be with you. To support our ministry, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.